laughing is where Goldie Hawn got her start. I mean, the best part of it, they come out and say makeup, slap you in the face with a big powder pillow. I'd just slap you in the face if you want. Hi, everybody.
And you see how that goes. Right.
Break the new guy in, right?
Right, just beat on him a little bit, and he's all good. It's a good thing that I'm used to that sort of thing.
Yeah, I know you are.
I'm telling you, child abuse is real. My childs abuse me on a regular, constantly.
That's their job.
Jumping on top and trying to pull out hairs.
It worked. Yeah. So welcome to, I got it. I don't know if anybody else got it. That was funny to me. Welcome to Live at the Range.
Yes, we are.
Chris is with me. I'm Ron.
I am.
And we're going to...
Or not Phil, as I've been
This is
titled.
not Phil. Yeah, Chris or not Phil. He'll answer to either one.
Yeah.
But we got a lot. We got a big show. We got a lot of stuff that we want to cover. A lot of good stuff. A lot of stuff that needs to be talked about. And one of my favorite things that I want to address first, early, up front, get it out of the way.
Bang.
What were the two things wrong in the picture that you posted earlier this week?
Well, I mean, clearly everybody saw, everybody can see the optic is on backwards.
Yep.
So
I'll tell you what I think the other thing was.
What do you think?
It didn't have a loaded magazine in it.
That is definitely
what
something
good is
that
it
could
if
be
it's
wrong.
not got a loaded mag in it?
Correct.
I'm just saying. It's a Daniel. It needs to be shot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot. Yes. Yes. So a magazine could have been one. Some of the other great points were no backup sites.
Yeah, that's legitimate.
That's another legitimate.
Yep.
Now there were some others that were
interesting.
Yes, that's a good word. Interesting.
Thought-provoking.
Yes. So
what have they been smoking?
Trying to have some fun with things. So thanks for everybody's participation in that. It was lots of fun.
Awesome comments.
There is. And I think internally we're a little torn as to how to pick the best comment. There was only one thing technically wrong in it, but there was a lot of things that
could have been better.
Many people could have saw as being wrong. No backup sites. Today's optics are pretty reliable, but
yeah, always two is one.
Two is one and one is none. So backup sites, I think, was kind of what we were originally looking towards.
But the truth is, there wasn't a second thing wrong.
Not wrong.
You were just jerking with people, and it really worked well.
It worked. Yeah. It was some fun. So call us on those if you see that. Hey, there's only one thing wrong.
And by the way,
the spelling error was another one that was in there for fun.
Jason Brown called me on that one.
Yes. So
that's the Pacific education, but we're helping her with that.
Aren't you originally from Tennessee?
Yes.
Shouldn't you be like? Is it
I can read.
Hey, I'm not from Tennessee. I've just been through and then played baseball in
Tennessee.
And so forth.
As what's the character's name in Shooter? The Mark Wahlberg character in the movie Shooter. I'm having a brain. Anyway, as he said, famously said and correctly said, Tennessee, patron state of shooting stuff. So let's do the show.
We'll go. we'll go moving on from there.
He's physically threatened you. He's verbally abused me. He's on a roll today.
Yes, and the best part is it's all on video. So.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
There's the proof that we're looking for in today's world. So that's that. Big things. What's going on at the range this week?
Number one, you got to pay attention to and follow us on Instagram and Facebook and all that other stuff.
Yes.
We've been getting some cool stuff. The Wilson Combat stuff's come in. You got it up there. The Glock 45 we've had up there. We did a flash sale on Monday and Tuesday. We're going to do those every Monday and Tuesday.
Every Monday and Tuesday
see some cool
in
stuff
October,
out
we
there.
got cool stuff. And it's only Monday and Tuesday, so jump on it. Get in there quick.
Pay attention to all that stuff. Make sure you're following us, sharing it, commenting. Let us know what you do and don't like about what we're doing. We always look for ways to improve.
Hey, and by the way, if you need a little extra time, make phone calls and ask for people.
We can do that.
We want to help people out. We're not trying
all day
to
long.
just, so.
All day long.
Just don't tell John we said that.
But yes,
or Ron.
I get it.
He had to say something for a minute.
But the big thing is this is our 3rd anniversary month.
Yes, and
October
that's
of
exciting.
2018.
So we're 3 this year.
Terrible 3s. Terrible 2s.
So we're like tantrums and so forth, but
All
the
about
beauty
it.
is we don't do the winning. You guys do the winning.
Well,
so lots of fun stuff going on.
Just
this
our
week.
few years that we've been open, some awesome things have happened for us. John was named we were named Veteran-Owned Business of the Year in 2017. Just a month ago, we were named the best shooting range in Missouri, not St. Louis.
Yes.
We've had Randy Couture in here and Five Finger Death Punch and what's that Green Beret guy's name? Grady, whatever his name is. He's been in and played with us.
What's
People
his
are
name,
recognizing
guy?
how cool this store is, and it's because of the great people that we have. But really, it's because of our fantastic customers and customer base. Thank you to all of you. And instead of touting ourselves on customer appreciation on our anniversary, we do a customer appreciation event because it's because of our guests that we are who we are, that we're as successful as we are. So all month we're going to be doing cool stuff. And then on the 27th we're going to have a big party in here. We're going to have free lanes. We're going to have food. We're going to have people for you to see and meet. We're going to have sales going on all day long.
And giveaways.
And
we're giving away lots of stuff like guns.
Yep. Well,
and
we're also going to give away again, show who we are, and work with Operation Food Search, right, Sam? Operation Food Search.
Yep.
And we're going to collect canned goods again for those that need them. We're going to give back to our community because that's a huge part of who we are. However, when you come in and donate and you have to be 21 to participate, and you're going to find out in a second why. But when you come in and donate an 8-ounce canned good that we can then provide to the food pantry, to Operation Food Search, you'll get a ticket for a drawing, right?
Technically, you don't have to be 21 except for one item.
No, all of them. All of them. You have to be
Is that
20.
not considered long enough?
Hush, I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
You have to be 21 to participate. And then for every 8-ounce canned good that you donate, you'll get a ticket to be entered, dropped into a bucket of your choice for one of three of our raffle items. So, let's show them number 1. You've got number 1.
This is number 1?
Or is that number 3?
I don't know.
It's
the first one we're going to show.
One of the raffle items.
It's the shortest, smallest one out of them all.
Boom.
It is a Glock 45.
You know you open that box upside down. It's a Glock 45. I don't want to. He's a new guy. Glock box you open. So that, that. Anyway. It's a Glock 45.
It's on the inside what matters.
Damn!
I like that gun, dude.
It's awesome. Like, I'm not, anybody that
You're a
knows
Smith
me
guy,
knows
right?
that I am not a Glock guy. I am a Smith & Wesson guy. The only Glock I have is a not Glock. It's got a Glock barrel, that's it. But I'm really torn. This gun is great.
Brand new to the market.
It's just, yeah. So
Glock
brand
45.
new, the Glock 45, and we're giving away one to you guys. So
that's number 1.
come get a little pistol. Option
2.
number 1. Did I close it
Remington
wrong too?
TAC 14 with the pistol brace.
Yes.
How cool is this?
All the cool. Like
So that's another firearm
number 2.
that you have an opportunity to win. And then number 3, it is free almost.
It is sort of free. I mean,
Springfield Saint pistol with
so we got
the
all the
brace.
pistols.
Look at that. Hold that one up.
Well, I guess this one's not really a pistol.
It's an other.
It's just a thing. It's just a thing that shoots the
So
bullets.
all month, bring in canned goods, 8 ounces or bigger, and get a ticket.
For every
for a drawing.
canned good, so
we will
bring
have
in lots of stuff.
We will have 3 buckets out front with pictures of these on them. Drop your ticket into the bucket that you want to draw for, and on the 27th of October, we're going to have 3 lucky winners for 3 super friggin' cool firearms. Employees are not eligible.
3 guns.
Phil,
What? Wait, what?
no stack in
Hold
the
on. What?
bucket.
And I didn't agree to that.
And so come participate, give back, celebrate, have fun, celebrate your success and our success here at the range all month long. And so keep track of all of our social media stuff and our web page. Those little lights are friggin' hot, and I'm friggin' smoking.
I think
in here.
he's just a little hot and bothered.
I am hot and bothered. I get excited. We're holding guns and talking about giving away free stuff. So come
Is
see
it
us
the
all
beard?
month. All right.
It's the beard. I got it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, IDPA match. Come and shoot some
Those are
IDPA
fun.
stuff. Saturday
Those are a
we
lot
got
of fun.
CCW class. What else is going on?
Big shout out to Mr. Chris Cox, attorney at Awesome Law, who worked with Sam and our Well-Armed Woman group last night. Did some fantastic training there. In fact, we're going to steal some of that stuff and post it up on our Facebook pages. He put together a little cheat sheet for CCW carriers that we think everybody needs to get a look at. So thank you very much, Chris, for your help there, your continued support. And then we talked about the lanes, the food, IDPA, CCW. This is...
We forgot about bugs and guns. Y'all, like cleaning guns.
Please clean your guns. If you can't
it's
clean
not
them,
like you have to clean them all the time. I run dirty guns a lot. I go long term between them.
Phil doesn't even clean them when he borrows
I
them.
maintain them. I make sure that I'm checking them. We got one of the most amazing guns.
I've never seen
it. It still looks like it was clean as far as it's not rusty. It's not disgusting.
That was a Mini 14, right?
But
It's a good
I
rifle.
mean, the bugs,
cockroaches.
There was like parties, bug parties.
Clean
in
your
there.
guns.
They had
Clean your guns.
Up there right now.
So look at this. Like, how many bugs do you see in this picture?
And we're not trying to poke fun at the owner. We're not going to disclose who that was, obviously.
But if you have that problem, come see us more often
can
with
fix
those
it.
guns.
Yeah.
We'll clean them up for you. Let you shoot them again. Get them dirty.
The less crickets, the better.
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Anyway, that was awesome.
But anyway, right. So next weekend we have Need for Speed is going to do a car show here.
Yeah,
so
you're going to want to come out and
we'll have all kinds of cool cars.
Kinda gander at
And
some of
there's
that
like
stuff.
Lambos that'll be here.
Is that a week from Sunday?
Lamborghinis and who knows what else.
Yep.
I know they've got all kinds of, I think, Audi R8s.
no touching, no sitting, no.
No.
You got to be nice.
No.
No.
Those guys get angry. You know, like, keep your distance, but come up, take a look. I know a bunch of them are going to be here,
some
kind of
shooting.
out hanging out with their cars. So let you look inside and so forth on some of them. Don't ask us; we have no control over that. It's just cool
our
guns,
stuff.
cool cars.
So-
they're going to be in doing cool guns and stuff.
Maybe that's a question to our viewers. If you had $250,000 to spend on a vehicle, what would you have?
All of them, at least one.
Yeah. I think I have to have a. Anyway, tell us what you would buy.
Right. So
they're gonna be cool. Come look at
Let's
them.
see what we got. We got in the news. Some of the
What
things
happened
that are in the
yesterday?
news.
What happened
Yesterday was
yesterday?
the 1-year anniversary of a very unusual situation that
Super sad.
sadly we still don't have any real answers, with the exception of, is it 56?
There was 58.
58
Victims.
victims that were actually
killed.
that lost their life. Victims.
So the Las Vegas shooting took place 1
Yep.
year ago yesterday, and what's come out of that? What we've learned is,
Was it Monday?
yeah.
1 year ago Monday.
Oh, 1 year ago Monday.
1 year ago
yeah.
Monday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Today's Wednesday. Ugh. So what we've learned is really nothing. We don't know why this. So number one, I'm not going to say the guy's name because he's not getting any cred from me.
No.
So this son of Satan that did this is not going to get any cred from me. But we still don't know anything. No motive.
No real timeline.
No real timeline.
Whatsoever.
No transparency on what they've discovered or haven't discovered. Very, very frustrating. The only real thing that we've learned from this is that there are evil people in the world, and you need to be prepared to deal with that, period. And that may not mean carrying a gun for you. I totally get that. But do you have a med kit in the car? Have you taken some med training? Do you have a trauma kit? Do you have a tourniquet available to you? Do you have a plan? Are you paying attention to what's going on around you? Those are the things that we have to do every day, sadly, in today's world. And it's a horrible, horrible lesson to have to learn, and our hearts are broken because of it. But folks, we have to be prepared to deal with evil people, period.
Yeah, you can't just wish them away. They're out there, and we need to definitely get on top of the mental issues that are going on right now. I think there's a lot of conversations that can be had with that. I know there's quite a push for some more reviews into the different drugs that we're using, the drugs that we're putting people on that are supposed to fix things. I mean, that's worth a rant all in itself. I
still say, throw this thing in the river. Go back to a telephone hanging on the wall with a cord on it.
No, these things are so helpful. They're so helpful in being able to really bring people together, but they're definitely.
I think they're driving people apart. I think people have forgotten how to socialize, how to deal with conflict, how to talk to one another.
This needs to be a part of what we're doing.
I'm good with that.
A big part of talking to people, put it down and actually have a conversation with somebody
and be
one-on-one. Be able to talk with people, be able to disagree with people, and yet we don't have to throw up these big walls and borders and, I can't talk to you. And you have family members that are literally defriending, whatever that's technically supposed to mean nowadays, but blocking people in their family.
I defriend you
because of
I break with thee, I break with thee, and then we throw the. You don't know. Nobody knows that. Who knows that line? I break with you, and then we throw the doggy on their shoes. Who knows that? I'm dating myself again. Somebody post on there. Somebody's going to know what I'm talking about. It's
probably using a typewriter.
It's a great little cheat. Come on, somebody help me out, because I know what it's from.
We're all still talking.
Yeah.
So let's get along.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, just agree that sometimes you just are not going to agree with people.
Yep.
So agree to disagree and move on with your life. Try and do something better today that'll make you better tomorrow.
I like it. So this is not this was not our final. You see all that stuff that's missing on there?
That is very true.
So Chris coming on board is helping us out by improving our communication skills. By introducing new tools that don't work.
Well, right. But
so
anyway, it does work.
Let's talk about
one of them times where this might be kind of useful.
Yeah. So last week, Phil and I were on, and we did some talking about some things that are going on here locally that we need to pay attention to and be aware of, but also that kind of upset me a little bit. So St. Louis was recently named what?
The #1 most dangerous city, or most violent city in the U.S., beating out Detroit, Baltimore, Memphis, and Kansas City.
Chicago.
Chicago wasn't even listed in the top 5, which we'll get to, but
People died in Chicago last weekend, though.
29 or 21 this weekend, 29 the weekend before. But anyway, I mean, in St. Louis, we topped a 21-year-old record last year of 205 murders. And as of last week, we were at 128 murders, something like that. So we were down at that point year to date by like 24, and we had another 6 people killed in the last in that previous 24 hours. So that wiped that out. So we're now down to 19, off from the year before. Still down, but not down very well. Between Monday and Tuesday, 1 dead, 5 injured from 6 different shootings.
Yep.
So, I mean, come on, guys. What were we trying to keep up with the pack? Yesterday, National Night Out. National Night Out. You had cops, you had fire departments out in mass numbers everywhere. 3 more shot.
3 more people shot.
Like, what is going on? I don't get it.
It just baffles my mind. It's very sad. Now, you can break a lot of that down, and a lot of that is crime on crime, right? A lot of these shootings are crime on crime. That's obviously going to continue to be a huge theme there.
Right.
And the statistics that they use are for St. Louis, a ridiculously small area compared to all the other cities. A ridiculously small footprint.
Yeah, which is what somewhat inflates the statistical
It does.
percentages. I mean, you've got like 400 and something that were killed in Chicago last year, 200 in St. Louis. Clearly, Chicago's got us beat as far as the numbers go,
But as a
they have more
percentage-
people.
Yeah.
So the percentage is different. So, that's where it gets a little terrible. And I don't understand it.
Well, more needs to be done. We need. I love this city. I've raised my kids here. We're not. I mean, we win the lottery. Is it the lottery tonight? If we win the lottery tonight, we're still living here. I'm not going anywhere. But there are certainly some things that we need to do to make improvements in what we have. And the same old isn't going to make any changes. No. Something drastic needs to be done. Something new, fresh, assertive, with focus, with a backbone, with a leader needs to be done. And this is kind of where I'm coming from. Folks, the elections are in a month. You need to be registered and you need to be voting. And you need to be looking for opportunities to make our city, our area, our communities, our country better than they are. And if we're going to put the same people in office you're going to get the same negative results, in my opinion. It's just time. I'm not trying to make a political rant here. What I'm saying is it's our community, it's our city, and we can make those changes if we're going to, but we need to be serious about it.
Yeah.
So please, this is my plea: is let's. When people think of St. Louis, I don't want them thinking about Ferguson, and I don't want them thinking about all these bikers that came in a week and a half ago and tore the city up, and I don't want them thinking about us being the most dangerous city. I don't want them thinking about how awesome our heritage is, how this was the launching point for the growth of America, and how cool the landing and the riverfront are, and the people of Missouri. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, but how cool the people in this state are.
Right.
That's the message that we need out there, and we need to do more to make that happen.
Yeah.
So
I've
there's
lived
my
in a lot of different cities and
soapbox
states,
street.
and St. Louis, greater St. Louis is, I mean, it's definitely the best.
Yeah, I love it.
You have Four Seasons, you have all the great benefits you just talked
But
about.
restaurants, I'm not speaking from experience maybe, or maybe I am, but we have some of the best restaurants in the country here.
At least some of the most filling.
Remind me to whoop your ass later.
You already started that earlier, so.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's I guess maybe you could almost call that a rant. We can do better.
Well, I'm gonna add on to that rant though. I mean, so we heard yesterday, a little freak out, 400 guns stolen from UPS in Tennessee.
Patrons.
Where did they end up? Well, there you go. Where did they end up being found today? Overnight, I think it was overnight or this morning.
This is awesome.
Chicago. Go figure. Chicago.
So obviously, passing very strict gun laws that prohibit law-abiding citizens from owning a firearm is making the criminals
do
not
dumber
own
things.
firearms. They're not going to own firearms. Again,
right.
If you want a different result, you're going to have to make some different change. You're going to have to make some change.
Yes, I mean when you look at
That's funny.
the crime statistics, the most violent places with gun crime are those that have the strictest gun control measures, attempted measures put in place.
Yeah.
In Chicago, there's a laundry list of things. The Cubs. Enough said. Enough said.
You know what frustrates me is my granddaughters are growing up in an environment right now where they think the Cubs are better than the Cardinals.
Sadly, this is the third year in a row we have no Cardinals in the
They have
playoffs,
been.
and yet the Cubs are no,
So we gotta
barely,
change that
but
back around.
they do have a chance.
We got to change that. Cubs are done. Yeah, Cubs
They're
are
out
done.
now?
Milwaukee beat them.
All right, deal.
Good job, Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee.
Perfect.
All right.
More Chicago dumb stuff. So rated 55th out of 66 of the biggest cities. This is according to Wallet Hub. They use metrics like job growth, population growth, building permit activity and business openings.
So they're not doing very well.
They're not even necessarily looking at any of the crime problems. They're just looking for as far as a growth pattern.
Economic potential.
Chicago is really struggling, and I think part of that is because of some of the dumb laws that they're coming up with.
Well, they raised taxes, and they're already talking about raising taxes again.
Have you heard about the new one that they're doing? So get this, guys. The Chicago Fair Work Week ordinance. Get this. So the law would require Chicago employers to post work schedules at least 2 weeks in advance. Now, who can argue with that? Knowing for sure what you're doing and when you're working 2 weeks in advance. It gets worse, though. If they change the schedule, they have to pay each employee an hour extra of pay to change their schedule around. So the Cubs would have made the playoffs, and then all of a sudden you have an extended series of games.
Now everybody gets.
Now you have to have people that come in there.
That makes sense.
So if they change it, if they change your schedule and they don't pay you for that extra hour to change your schedule, $500 per employee that's affected by the changes. Yeah. I mean, come on, guys. Like you pointed out, we got to change something here. We got to change something here.
Things can be better.
Jeez.
We love Chicago. I love Chicago. Like,
they just have a lot, big sections that just kind of ruin things for people.
The big sections are just the government.
Yeah.
Right. Man, we're getting political today.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't do that normally.
It's just dumb. Like, it's just some of the dumb things. Not even necessarily one side or the other. Just open your mind up so much that the brains fall out.
All right, so we had.
So you had.
You know what? Let's do this. Man, we're already 30 minutes in, and we haven't even shown this video yet. When we wanted to talk about it, we should have been doing that.
Yeah.
You know what? We're going to put a video up on our website. Let's do this, Phil, because I don't want to run over. You okay running over? All right.
This kind of goes into the same thing that we've been kind of going on. I mean, it's kind of almost like an extended rant, but.
Well, so here's the video. We got a video from our buddies over at Active Self-Protection. They post some great videos on YouTube. He's got a great guy, but he posted a video that I thought warranted some showing, at least on our show, and maybe sharing. And in this video, you're going to see a CCW holder that gets his own gun gets him in trouble, and that I think is something that if you're going to carry a firearm for your protection, you need to make sure that firearm doesn't turn into a liability instead of an asset.
Right.
So what is it? A 2-minute video? Let's watch the video, Phil.
Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Pomona, California in the United States. Here we're going to see a store owner who has a firearm behind the counter, but in this armed robbery, it's actually going to become a liability to him. You can see the shop owner at the top there putting that down to go and help the customer, but the customer actually pulled a gun on him. Go read the news story in the description. You'll see this guy, they actually arrested him for 18 different burglaries from January through April of this year. And he's a transient in the area, and he is holding a gun on this guy who is the store owner, not just the clerk. And the guy's gonna comply and just give him the money out of the till. I mean, what else are you gonna do, right? Well, what the bad guy doesn't know, and that we know at this point, is that the owner actually has a firearm under the counter, and he's starting to kind of think about it, but our bad guy's really going, hey man, what are you doing, or whatever. But he's just standing there. He just didn't decide to just grab the stuff and leave. I don't know what else he was asking for here. The news story does not say. But what we're gonna see here is the owner decides to grab his own firearm out from behind the counter. And now if they're kind of on, and as the owner puts it out there, the bad guy decides he wants to fight, which tells me that in all likelihood, either the bad guy's gun was unloaded or it was fake or non-functional in one way or another. But notice here now that the bad guy has much more emotional investment here than the owner and much more skills. And he is doing his very best to kick the tar out of this owner and take his firearm away from him. This has changed now from an area of compliance to now they are fighting for their lives. And I've sped this up a little bit because most of it's off camera. But now you can see that our bad guy here has actually got the owner down. He's got him mounted there on the ground. And the owner is taking blows pretty good. And he's trying to get his gun away from him. And if you go read the news story in the description, what you'll see is that the bad guy actually left with the cash in his pocket, his firearm, and the owner's firearm. Thankfully, the owner wasn't badly injured. He had some minor injuries. He was back at work the next day after he was treated. And that right there, friends, is where this one ends.
We absolutely loved it. And the food was good. Oh, here am I talking about food again. So, good video to pay attention to, and really good instruction during the video. The guys over at Active Self-Protection know what they're doing. You're going to carry that firearm, and you're going to make that decision to draw that firearm. You've got to make sure it's not going to be used against you. And
There's only one reason to take out that firearm.
Defend yourself and be serious about it.
Use it.
Use it. I mean, in this scenario, he drew his gun and pointed at a guy who was already pointing a gun at him and did not pull the trigger. I don't understand that.
Why'd you pull your gun?
Yeah, and so that comes back to the mindset. If you're not comfortable doing that, you shouldn't be carrying that gun, because just like what happened here,
Right.
the gun was taken away from him. He was beaten. Luckily, the perp did not use the firearm on him. He just left and took it with him. But please, folks, if you're going to make that decision to be a concealed carrier, to protect yourself, the people that you love, you have to already have made that mental decision that if
Right.
you're going to engage, you are going to engage until the fight ends. You're not going to.
And don't forget, it's still illegal to brandish a weapon. If
Yeah.
you take that thing out of its holster, you are now already breaking a law. If you're using it, that's where you have some fallback.
Yeah, but we're obviously not saying once the gun comes out you have to use it, because I'm telling you right now, if I'm in danger and I bring my firearm out and they immediately turn and run, or the threat stops at that point, I'm going to check my 6, the firearm's going back in my holster, and I'm out of there.
Call cops.
Yep, I'll call the cops from the safety of wherever else that I am. Bringing that firearm out does not mean that you have to use it, but if that gun comes out, you need to be prepared to use it. Period. Okay.
Good correction on
Yeah.
that. You're right.
Yep. All right.
Yes.
Let's do
Hero. Wrap up with your hero.
Hi, Andy Miller.
Where are you? Oh,
We're gonna say hi to Jason Brown too. We're talking
hey.
about his baby.
JB got a baby.
He got a baby.
Hi,
Good
Jason.
for you. We need
Babies are fun.
next show. We all need to wear cowboy hats in honor of Andy Miller, or no, casts. Casts. Yeah. There you go. How's that? I hope you're better, Andy. By the way.
Come in here.
You
Kick your
made
ass.
Andy Miller. You threatened Chris.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Come see me. I'll make fun of you too.
True statement.
All right. So let's rant and.
Let's give some good stuff.
Oh, you ranted
Let's
already.
Finish it off with good
Let's
stuff.
end it with a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't have her. Oh, you found it. Thank you.
I found it and wrote it down.
So-
Cheat sheet for you.
Because I had it on there. Huntsville, Illinois, school superintendent over there, Julie Kramer. Illinois is Illinois. Julie could not, it was illegal. There's nothing she could do for her district to allow teachers to protect themselves.
Correct.
So, as far as carrying a firearm in the schools. So, Julie is a problem solver. And so she went
And an
be-
outside the box thinker.
Yeah, absolutely she is. She went and became a police officer so that she could carry a gun when she's being the superintendent of the school district.
Correct. Now,
I love that. Julie.
right. That's
Way
thinking.
to be serious about what needs to be done, being a problem solver, right? She figured out a way to solve that problem. So good for you, Julie.
Hopefully it works out for her. Hopefully it works out for the school district as well. I think it's definitely a good first step. But be interested to see where that goes from here. What kind of steps she implements to help change things in that
Yep.
in that school district. And
Well,
I don't know a whole lot about the district and if this
It's
is
small.
a
I
problem
think there's
area or
less than
something.
I
But
think it's small. It's a small country community area. I think there's less than 400 students, but it doesn't matter. She's got a
doesn't matter
mindset.
anymore, no.
She's got a mindset that I have a responsibility to protect these kids, and by gosh, I'm going to do it.
yeah.
Love it. So thank you very much. All right, I think that wraps it up for us today. You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, but I do want to bring in canned goods. Remember,
Yes,
this
please.
is
All
for, you're going to get guns and stuff. You have the opportunity to win guns and stuff. But
We're gonna
it's
help some
helping
folks.
our community and helping pay things forward.
And that's who we
remember,
are.
do
That's what we're
something
about.
today that makes you better tomorrow. And
I like it.
Donating something today so that tomorrow somebody has something to eat doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Yep. Be a part of the change.
Yeah.
Be a part of the improvement.
The improvement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything can change, right?
Right.
Be a part of the improvement.
improvement. I like that.
Yeah. Well, good. I said something somebody liked.
Yeah.
Come see us. Come see us.
One line out of all that.
14803 Manchester Road in Baldwin. Call us 636-220-1300. Got questions? Sam at the range, or S Davis at therangestl.com, or Chris at
I
therangestl.com.
also accept pictures of everybody's dogs.
Oh, Sam, stop.
Sam likes pictures of dogs.
Yeah.
Not much for cats, but she definitely
No,
likes the
I
dogs.
like dogs.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Send Ron your cats.
Oh,
I don't know why.
don't do
but-
it. Don't do it.
Oh, please do. It'd be
All right, guys. That wraps it up. We'll talk to you again next week.
We'll see you then.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Go play.
He said he's ready.
I don't know. What are we doing?